Hello there. Thank you for taking a moment to watch this video, and on this specific training I want to talk to you about how you can work with your lead vendors so that they can start delivering leads directly into your PhoneBurner account in real time. As you know, conversation is king, and the first person to get on the phone with a real-time lead is the one who's going to win. So we want to get those leads into PhoneBurner as quickly as possible, but we don't want to give your lead vendor full access to your PhoneBurner account. And that's where the lead vendor API comes into play. You see, with any API, it starts with the delivery route. What is the base URL or path or route that they're going to send leads to? And you'll see that listed here. It's the vendor/put contact. Now, once the vendor knows where to send the data, they need to know what parameters they can send. And so here you'll see a list of all of the parameters, and every parameter would have a corresponding value that goes along with it. There are only a couple required ones. The first required one is the key. That is the vendor's key to be able to access PhoneBurner. Every vendor needs their own unique key. They can use that key for multiple PhoneBurner customers, but they need their own key. If you're working with a lead vendor who has not worked with PhoneBurner before, please reach out to our support team so that we can help them get set up with a vendor key. Now, the next thing that's going to be important is the user ID, your actual account ID. You can get that from the My Account page in your back office. Then you got first name and last name. By default, email address is required, but if you're not collecting email addresses, you can use this promo code parameter to allow contacts to be delivered without an email address. And the last parameter that is required is the CMID. That's the folder ID. What folder in PhoneBurner needs to receive these leads when the vendor sends them into PhoneBurner? Typically, that's going to be your distribution folder if you're delivering these leads into a lead stream. Everything else is optional. You can send custom field data into PhoneBurner. Every custom field has a unique ID associated to it. So it's going to be custom_field and then the unique ID in the bracket, and then the value that they want to send into it. So it's going to look something like this. So custom field _ID 195481 equals, and then you would include the follow-up date here, the actual date information that would be sent. There are three types of custom fields. You got text box, dates, and checkbox fields that are all supported with the vendor endpoint. You can also send additional phone numbers. So if your lead vendor is generating leads with multiple phone numbers, they can send all of those phone numbers into PhoneBurner as well. If they want to also include tags, the vendor endpoint does support adding tags or sending tags along with those contacts. So they would just add an array of tags to this GET request. And then finally, I want to show you an example of what this GET post would look like. Here you've got the vendor API endpoint, and then you've got all of the parameters that we're sending along to create that record. So we've got the key, that's the vendor key. Obviously, that's not a real key. And then you've got the contact information. We've got our custom fields. We've got the user ID, so that's the account that's going to receive that lead. The folder ID, the folder that's going to receive that lead. Some additional phone numbers. And then we've also got some tags. And the great thing about using the vendor endpoint is you're not giving them full access to your PhoneBurner account. You're just giving them the ability to deliver leads into your PhoneBurner account. So be sure to send this video and the documentation along to your vendor so that they can start delivering your leads in real time to your PhoneBurner account so you and your team can get more done in less time using the power of PhoneBurner. Thanks again, and happy dialing.